It is true that the Commission does not need to seek parliamentary approval for the items you mentioned, but it is not true that the Commission will act arbitrarily. The Commission will follow a set of rules that it sets for itself, and
So
those rules will be transparent, and those rules via the office that we hold by being appointed by the President of Sri Lanka are ultimately accountable to Parliament. Law permits actually expects the Commission to bring in regulations and guidelines and standards under the Act for the purpose of administering certain things. And those rules, the Act is an Act of Sri Lanka, and everything that happens under that Act is under the jurisdiction of Sri Lankan court. So by that, everything we do is ultimately accountable through the judicial system. We're not outside of the jurisdiction of the laws of Sri Lanka. We are entirely under them until such time as the Commission drafts superseding regulations. So the Commission actually has the power to draft superseding regulations which then take precedence within the area of authority that will allow it to perform better its task. Now, one of the things the Commission is doing in the background in the 2 months that we've been set up and functioning is actually looking around the world and engaging international consulting teams, legal teams, to draft regulations that fulfill public expectations. There's no question about this being a place where people can do what they want. It's just that they will be able to do what they have to do to better themselves quicker, faster, and more transparently. Stability is in governance, not in policy. Policy will change. Policy has to change because as the country's economy develops, its needs will develop. So from that point of view, I think what the Commission must ensure is that there is equitable treatment of everybody that is a stakeholder. So the investor comes in under certain expectations, they have certain obligations, certain expectations. Those expectations must be upheld or maintained regardless of whether there is a change in policy. Policies may change. Regulations that enforce or manage those policies will change. But the overall Act provides very strong stability. Actually, it's enacted in law that the agreements entered into by this investor at this time will remain in force throughout the investment.